Credit card debt has soared past $1 trillion.
Yeah, and as on your side, Susan Campbell found out more people, especially millennials, are asking for help to get out of this financial mess, Susan.
Everybody's kind of feeling the weight of it, and there seems to be a little bit of a tide turning. We know that credit card debt is really costly. The average interest rate right now is more than 21%. That makes it really hard to dig out of debt once you're in it, but there are some things you can do to get back on track.
For the Alvarenga family, meals are carefully planned. They have to be to make sure groceries for 5 kids fit into the budget.
And it was literally paycheck to paycheck for a long time.
Kevin and Brianna had piled up about $20,000 on credit cards.
He lost a job and we ended up having to put a few months worth on a credit card of like all of our base bills.
Every time we progress, something came up. And then it became our downfall.
Car trouble, medical bills. Their story is familiar. Across the country, credit card debt is a staggering $1.7 trillion.
The credit card debt and the interest has a stranglehold over this country right now.
Jim Triggs is the president of the nonprofit Money Management International. He says in 2024, MMI saw a 33% jump in demand for financial counseling in Arizona. The amount of debt, 14% higher than the year before. And millennials are the ones asking for help the most.
Pre-pandemic, millennials actually did a really good job managing their debt. They really weren't in credit card debt like their parents were before them. They just kind of shunned credit cards. But then once the pandemic happened and inflation became what it was and costs went through the roof, they started getting in credit card debt again.
To get out of it, you have to start by totaling up your debt. Understand the interest rates you're paying. Then come up with a plan to pay more than minimum payments.
A lot of consumers feel guilt and even shame when dealing with debt, but our counselors are trained to overcome those issues, the stigma of financial challenges.
It's really hard because talking about money, like our generation, our parents didn't really, it's like, oh no, that's not something you have to worry about until it is.
Kevin and Brianna's bank connected them with MMI, which negotiated a payoff plan with reduced interest rates. To make it happen, both are picking up extra jobs and overtime when they can. And there aren't many fun extras.
It really hurts when we're not able to supplement our kids, like when they want to go out and we're like, sorry, we can't.
But they know it'll be worth it. They're on track to pay off their debt in the next couple years. It's hard for them to think about what it'll actually feel like, but they know this.
I'm not gonna get any more credit cards.
If you are also trying to tackle debt, one way to do it is called the snowball method. List out all of your debts, smallest to largest. Focus on the smallest one first while keeping up with minimum payments on everything else. Once that smallest debt is paid off, move on to the next one. That small, quick victory might give you a little extra momentum and might build up your confidence and help you roll into the next one and the next one and the next one. That's a strategy that works for a lot of people.
Yeah. It is hard to raise a family.
Yeah, we were all talking about when we first started in this career, and you make zero money, and I had a $1,000 credit card balance. I just could not get it paid off because I just didn't make enough money.
Yeah,
I was making like $4.50 an hour.
We've all been there.
As a big-time news anchor.
That's why those strategies are so important. The budget, I think it does surprise a lot of people once they finally set the budget and they go, oh, this is what is coming in. I can work with this. I can figure this out. We just have to be a little more strategic about everything that's going on.
And disciplined. Got to be disciplined. Thank you so much, Susan.